This episode is sponsored by Auto-Tune. You probably already know that Auto-Tune Pro is the industry standard for pitch correction, but did you know that it's also the easiest way to add harmonies to your vocal tracks? The new Auto-Tune Pro 11 features an integrated 4-part harmony player, and it's a game changer. Create, mix, pan, and even MIDI trigger 4 unique harmonies right within Auto-Tune Pro 11, giving you hands-on control like never before. In addition to the awesome new harmony player, Auto-Tune Pro 11 delivers the iconic Auto-Tune pitch correction with modern and classic tuning modes. Plus, if you need to get micro, there's the improved graph mode that gives you complete and total control over every note. Oh, and you can try that for free for 14 days right now. Visit the link in the description to learn more. By the way, I'm cutting this all out because that might be the one thing that flags the whole episode.
Imagine.
So we starting from right here.
That's in the bridge, but it's
so y'all ain't see what we just did, but Courtney showed us something that I showed
them a clip.
Copyright strike.
Yeah, we would have got a little strikey strike on that.
You wouldn't. It's a TikTok sound.
Yeah.
You know what else is a TikTok sound? Music.
Yeah. Facts. I mean, they just ripped down the entire Universal Music catalog.
UMG took their.
They came with a
they came with a deal?
Yeah.
Well, Z's.
And the only promise TikTok had to make was to restrict AI usage, which they're not going to do.
Of course they're not.
Who had to restrict AI usage?
TikTok. Like AI content.
On their platform.
They had to restrict it? So is that why I'm seeing on my content I'm uploading, it's like, is this AI content? Like, it's asking me now. Like
I
on
think
Instagram,
that's them
YouTube, everything.
Getting ahead of it, because I'm sure there's going to be some type of a law or something.
Because it got to be. Because I'm going to be honest with you. Okay, say for instance like this. What's stopping Pepsi, Coca-Cola, any of those big brands to say, we're just going to use an AI song as opposed to paying you 50 grand for this song?
Facts.
Because think about it. How much do you care about the song in the background of the Coca-Cola commercial?
I always wondered why they pay so much, but then I realized, because the value just never diminished versus consumer.
Yeah.
Like they just people in charge said, no, we're never bringing this price down.
Because it's publishing.
And
like
y'all no, but it's even in that sense, it's like if it was, I think it's because it's controlled. Because there are people at the top to control it. Because if it was just open call, Pepsi could find people that take $50 just for their music to be the commercial song.
But what they run the risk of it being a big corporation is that's why a lot of them will go through the publishers, because they know that the publishers legally have all their ducks in a row. As opposed to Joe Schmo might have used a sample. Of course, he's like, yeah, I'll do it for 50, but it's like, yeah, but how is this cleared? Do you have the proper paperwork?
And regardless, like I feel like there's no place to undercut because the industry would not allow an undercut.
Yeah, no, I don't think so either.
If it was just the same way how we feel like producers should be getting paid a lot, or songwriters should be getting paid, period. But there are songwriters willing to do it for free.
For sure.
Because it's open season.
For sure.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. And then what I'm saying is, the reason why I don't think that they're like, yeah, let's just go to the songwriters that want to do it for free is because from a legal standpoint, if I'm the music supervisor, who is the person that solicits, like, you know, the music for that stuff, if I'm the music supervisor and I grab a song from a songwriter and the legal paperwork, there's repercussions. If the commercial goes up and someone goes, yo, that's my what you call it?
Yeah, I'm type.
Done. Like that music supervisor is done in the industry. So I think that's where it comes from. But honestly, as far as that AI stuff, that did worry me, where I said what's stopping them from just using an AI song? Like, you know what I mean? As far as everything is concerned. Because literally I'll get a music brief, right? From my publisher, and she'll say they're looking for ABC. Dog, you can type that into a generator now. Like that, they can literally type in their brief into a generator.
Hey, what's stopping them from making a plug-in AI, man?
What do you mean?
Like, let me type in what plugin I need.
Oh my gosh, I just realized what you're saying.
Multi-band gate. Create me coding for a multi-band gate plugin that does this and with these parameters with a yellow background and one knob.
But you're also not even seeing the potential in what he's saying. Because then it's like, what if I take it a step further and say, give me a clipper where the foundational is gold clip, but then I want some of the transient information from like this waves clipper and that waves limiter just on certain presets.
Ooh.
And give me the hard soft knob for knock.
That's kind of nasty.
Can I say something?
That's nasty.
What? You just landed on such a great thing to talk about.
Damn.
What two plugins, if they combined, would make
the ultimate
plugin?
I think we already have it. And it's one that he's been raving about for years now on this podcast. What? It's CLA Epic.
What do you mean? It's elaborate.
I would say it's the one-stop environmental spatial plugin. Not spatial. Don't run with that.
Yeah, I know what
but
he means.
yeah.
Good job. Y'all be talking a lot in those.
They
comments.
really be like, he said spatial.
Yeah, but I understand what you're saying.
Imagine
What?
and you talking to a person who's not an engineer.
Oh my gosh, I hate when y'all know I hate when he says this.
I love when we get
A person who's not an engineer. But imagine a compressor combiner. We're working on the name.
What? A compressor?
I can load up a
combiner?
2A
Okay.
and a 76.
Okay.
Get my settings in and then blend between the two.
Can I say this?
That's
you know
fire.
who kind of has that?
That's fire.
But we kind of just, everyone kind of glazed over. And I'm not talking about them for any, like literally. Remember Auto-Tune's vocal compressor?
Yeah.
They had the thing where it was like, this one, you have a chain of compression. One was opto. You can make one opto, one FET, and blend
Yeah.
the actual sound and stuff like that. I don't know. I'm gonna be honest. I haven't really tried it like that. I opened it up and was like, cool. I didn't care for it at the moment, but I'll revisit it and check it out. But for the most part, they kind of had something like that. Would I say? What I'm thinking is right. As far as combining two plugins, I'm like, all right, bet. What is a EQ that I put at the top of my list? I'll put
Pro Q3,
right? Okay. What would you combine with Pro Q3 that would send it over the moon? I'm going to throw one out there.
The sound of SSL.
That's a dope
Everybody,
idea.
like the sound of the SSL G channel.
That's your opinion.
Yes. Yeah.
Sound of the SSL G channel in the Pro Q3. Can I tell you mine?
4-factor, yeah.
If Pro Q3 and Soothe had a baby, that plugin would be that would be an insane plugin to me. So I'm thinking Soothe and Pro Q3 together would be an insane plugin to me. Do you understand why though?
Yeah.
It literally is it is a mega Swiss Army knife, bro. Like of just getting rid of resonance, shaping the sound, like all of that stuff. I'm gonna say Soothe and Pro Q3 together would be an insane baby.
I think and this honestly does not make it a better plugin. It just makes it just have more shit.
Yeah.
I think Contact with the library of Arturia.
See, you would know more about that.
Contact has all the libraries you can choose from.
Okay.
Now, what if all the Arturia plugins became libraries in Contact?
Oh, that's what you're saying.
But it's not changing anything.
Yeah, I was like, you're not.
I'm not gonna lie.
Because I kind of feel like I can already kind of have that, right?
I can just open up Arturia.
Yeah.
I can just open up Arturia.
I don't really care.
I thought where you was going was for like Contact, but they have the directory functionality of Arturia. Because I won't lie, I love you Native Instruments, but for me to demo a sound when you show me the bank and then go back and demo another sound, it's kind of OD.
What do you mean on what Arturia?
On Contact.
Oh, on Contact.
Because you gotta hit the bank preset.
Right.
It loads up.
Right.
Then
I gotta hit it
demo
again.
Then you gotta go back to library, hit another preset, wait for that to load up. I'm like, it's a lot. Arturia, I could just like next.
Hey,
next.
You want a quick a plugin idea? Terrible plugin idea alert.
I'm here for this.
Already.
Let's go.
Here, I'm jacking it.
Ass plugin, right?
Okay. Very huge
People be
plugin.
Like, yo, should you EQ or compress first?
Yes.
Put the Rosetta EQ and the Rosetta compressor all in together. And
Yo,
now you
I ain't gonna lie.
you
I
just
don't
put
like
knobs-
that you did that.
And now you just
I got the name.
Just switching knobs and shit.
You know
I
what
got
it's
the name.
called.
I got the name.
I know the name.
What's it called?
It's the Rosetta Channel Strip.
Wrong. That's
Yeah,
whack.
That's what it would be.
See,
though.
you're
Boring.
not playing into your own theme. You call it the Rosetta Stone because it speaks all languages.
Oh, he wild out. Yo, I ain't gonna lie.
Reach.
Sign that boy.
Oh my god,
That wasn't hard.
That's just a reach.
First of all, we be sued. Rosetta Stone is crazy.
facts. Yeah.
Leave me alone, please. I'm indie.
Relax.
I'm indie
Relax.
on plugins.
Rosetta combination.
Nasty.
Rosetta combination.
E-Compander.
Yo, who
Rosetta
Compander?
E-Compander.
Yo, who called that
SSL.
shit a Compander?
SSL.
Nasty. I don't like that.
I know what you're talking about.
Compander.
I forgot which
It's
company, but
SSL.
yeah.
That's a bad name.
Nah, Rosetta E-Compounder? Compounder. Compander?
I know what you're thinking.
Exactly.
Chill.
You gotta think about what
not
you're thinking.
on the platform, bro. Do not go there.
E-Compander would be tight. You don't think so?
No, Rosetta
Damn.
Channel Strip. That's literally it.
Yeah,
Rosetta Stone.
Now you sound like, thank you.
No.
Now you sound like the SSL EV2.
No. Oh, let me introduce the pod. Yo,
Facts.
what's going on, y'all? It's your boy Devvon Terrell. Welcome to the Audio Nerds podcast, the podcast for audio nerds like yourself. Please make sure you comment, like, and subscribe. Also, remember, one lucky person in the comment section is going to get that VIP Gold Edition Rosetta EQ or compressor. So make sure you leave your @name in the comments so we can hit you on Instagram and say, hey, you won. Also, shout out to all the people that are paid members of this channel. If you want to become a paid member, I'll leave a link in the description below. We give so much stuff out. You get money in our store, mix and mastering videos, start to finish, exclusive episodes you never seen of us, a bunch of dope things, especially our new feature where we're going to have for diamond users, where they're going to have the ability to have like sessions with us on Zoom and answer any questions that they have and stuff like that. That's coming soon. But yeah, that's about it. Also, something I've been wanting to do.
And I'm LJ.
Sorry, to the right of me.
I'm the prince of the FL. Shout out to all the baddies that use FL. I got templates for you. Just hit my line.
The baddies that use FL.
I got templates.
Shout out to the women in FL. No lie. Women
all the women in FL are baddies. They use FL. Now, women that use Ableton, y'all have a strange affinity to terrible.
Okay. To the left of me.
That's not true.
To the left of me. That's not true.
I'm about to say, shout out Risa Fun and Kara out here repping the set 12.
They both Abletons.
We're great.
Right?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Okay.
They're both Abletons and they both great producers.
That's a fact. Okay.
So,
shout out Reed.
The realest puppet in the game. But you were saying?
No. Introduce yourself.
I did. I said 12, part of 12.
Oh, okay.
You ain't gonna lie, that
I'm out here representing Reed and Kara.
Okay.
That went over heads.
I'm just loading up this thing.
Thank
you. Long story short.
That Alzheimer's hitting.
You triggered me.
That laugh is crazy.
All right. So, what we
Can
have.
we edit that, please?
To today.
Wait, stop. Can we
It's
please
okay.
edit
It's okay. You don't have to say stop.
I got you.
Just in case you forget to cut, I want people to know. I just want people
I
to know.
didn't mean it.
I want that edit. I didn't mean it. Because Alzheimer's people is not the term. It's people with Alzheimer's.
All right. This is mad, so I got to cut out.
No, just beep it.
All right. And I'm going to put Elgene Wallin. Yeah, that's funny. I'm going to do that. I'm going to say Elgene Wallin. And I'm going to leave a few moments in there. I'm going to just leave the laughs. Yeah, I got you.
But you were saying that you wanted to bring to them?
So I wanted to do something new.
Right.
And the something new is our Diamond members. I've been saying for a while that I wanted to have for our Diamond members, we have a Discord section in our Discord, which anyone could join, but there's a Discord section for our Diamond members strictly, where they can throw questions or voice notes and stuff like that. So I told a few of them, or I told all of them, I said, yo, hit me with a question, maybe I'll bring it up on the pod, and that's it. So I got one in particular. I haven't heard it. He left a voice note, which that's what I asked most people to do. And I'm going to play this. So this is from our Diamond member, Casso Clay. So I'm going to play this right quick.
Love the name.
What up, Audio Nerd Squad? This is Casso Clay.
What's
so
up,
my
Casso?
question is, what is the biggest mistakes you see up-and-coming engineers make, not only on the audio side, the mixer and mastering side, but also the way that they conduct their business on the business side?
Ooh,
I got
that's a good question, Casso. Shout out to
answer.
Casso Clay, our Diamond member. Diamond member.
I want to. I feel like it's before they become an engineer, when they're getting into engineering, seeing what tools they need and everything, and then they land on Ableton. Studio One.
You being funny. I took it mad
I got you right now.
It's a real pandemic.
Go.
I hear where he's coming from, though.
I hear where he's coming from.
I'm not gonna lie.
Right? Not gonna lie.
My own door.
I think that's our first shirt. Is not gonna lie.
Not gonna lie.
Not gonna lie.
I'm not. I gotta be honest with y'all. Yeah, I got caught up into it.
I'm not gonna
I gotta
lie.
be honest with y'all. Given our episode a little while back, a couple weeks ago with Terrace. A hot topic point, if y'all saw it, that I kind of agree with him on. And it doesn't mean that you gotta kill this, like you have to be one or the other for your whole career. But in the moment, in the session, when you wake up Tuesday morning knowing 5 p.m. you got this session tonight, pick what you're gonna be. Are you gonna be the producer or are you gonna be the engineer? I don't want, if I'm coming in with the crew, if it's just me and I already have I know where I want to go with this, but da-da-da-da. And of course, any advice, suggestions and stuff, I, as the artist, will take that with a grain of salt, but don't overproduce. If you're engineering, if you're tracking, don't overproduce my record, if that makes sense.
Okay.
I'm just here for you to record me.
Just the engineer. So you're saying stay in your lane.
Ish, yeah.
With whose job?
Yeah.
Obviously, and obviously Terrace had brought this up too.
Yeah,
with his.
I'm
not gonna lie. when Tara said it though, I was like, oh my God, next session I go to, I'm just going to do my job.
I'm just going to do my job.
Because you know there's
Now
another
you scare
school.
people.
You know there's another school of thought. People
Oh
be like,
my
yo,
gosh.
if you in the room, you better speak up or you better ABC. And with Terrace's perspective, because this is his opinion, I was just like, oh yeah, you got to pick and choose.
I hear your battles.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm saying. It's not to say that you can never not contribute to making the record better. But just like understand when it's like I'm kind of doing too much. I'm overextending myself versus like I just helped it kind of sway in a good direction.
Spot and have the
yeah,
because there's sessions that him and I have done where we're in and literally we know the first 30 minutes we're all just feeling each other out, you know, and seeing how much the artist will let us in or how much he wants from us.
I hear you.
One thing I'll say from a technical perspective for what he says is like something that I see a lot of mix engineers do early early on, like an amateur, that I'm like, here's a problem. I've been doing my weekly sessions, Tuesdays, 8 p.m. for everybody, weekly live sessions, just
Tune in.
Live feedback and stuff, which is mad fun. We had a lot of people last week. I was noticing that a lot of people were doing too much limiting on their mixes. Like that was the one thing I heard that I was like, yo, bro, back off on a limiter. Like I think a lot of people are trying to get their tracks super loud. And so what they're doing is they're just going to their limiter.
The camera's good?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, my fault.
What happened?
Because it looked like they were off, my bad.
No. Everything's fine.
Right.
Everything's fine. What happens is a lot of them were trying to get their tracks loud. And so what they were doing is they would hit in that limiter like hard. So they were pulling the limiter down to get the loudness. But what they didn't realize is you're
squishing everything.
You're making it sound smaller and smaller and smaller, as opposed to perhaps you just need to turn up the vocal a little more. You know what I'm saying? To get it. Because what I noticed, a mistake I would make a lot is I'd listen to a reference track, right? Big mistake. I don't listen to like a commercial reference track throughout the whole session. Because when I listen to the sound of it, I go, damn, sometimes it would be, yo, I just need to turn up the vocal, not the whole production and throwing down the limiter, smashing everything. So that was the one thing I was noticing a lot of kids doing like that. I was like, yo, back off. Like, why are you like hitting it?
Chill out. Don't squash your dynamics.
Another reason why I mix into a limiter. That's me personally.
I will say, I'm not hard on my engineers, but I'm very, I value speed and efficiency.
Yeah.
A lot.
Yeah.
Because I do work a little quick, and the lack of just, if you're slowing me down, you're slowing my brain down, and I have the worst scatterbrain ever. You know that.
Yes.
So speed and efficiency is a big thing, and that sometimes that could be fixed with having a basic template, knowing your plugins, because goodness gracious, if I need, and I'm better than like certain artists at describing shit. Sometimes artists just don't know the language of
course.
Yo, I want this to sound like this. But if I have a really bad thing where if I can't, and I know it's hereditary for sure, but if I can't explain something, I over explain to try to
I get
compensate.
You know what I mean?
get
And
you.
it's like not even to compensate, to just make it understood. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So if I get to that point for something, and it's still like I'm not getting to you, knowing that I'm not too far off from the language wise, because I'm used to a studio setting. So if I'm like, yo, I want my vocal to sound like this, but can you do this?
Right.
And it's like, damn, you can't get it.
Right.
Or whatever. It's like, all right, let me just do it.
Let me just do it. Yeah.
And if it ever comes to that, I'm probably not going to work with that person.
I get it.
But a big thing for me is speed, and also just how it sounds. Okay. Like if the vocal got to sound cleanish. If you do too much to the tempo or whatever, my vocal just sounds off. I don't know how I can move and like continue with the session regardless.
Right.
Because I get it, it's a rough, but you know what I mean?
I'll keep it a beat with you. I really struggle with someone recording me. Like really struggle. Unless I literally say, yo, let me just load up my vocal chain and then go. My vocal chain for me is so, no disrespect, it's so dummy proof where it's like, yo, bro, if you just record this. Like
honestly, I need to do that because I don't struggle with somebody recording me, but it's annoying to go into certain sessions and just the vocal is not there. Like I have a me and my manager, we share a Untitled link of all of my references. Just in case something comes off, yo, yada yada needs a song. Just look through it and then send it to her.
Right.
But you hear what was recorded in my computer versus what was recorded
with an engineer, outside engineer.
Yeah. And I don't use Pro Tools, so I don't kick the engineer up to do the to get my template right.
Right.
So I'm gonna just make a stock template that's just what I like and just bring that to every session. Like, yo, just open this up.
I have my my mobile template in the cloud, and it's just Waves plugins. So I know at the bare minimum, you have a CLA 76, an EQ, this EQ, and this other compressor.
Not anymore, man.
What do you mean?
Not anymore, man. I went to the studio and they didn't have Waves.
They didn't have Waves plugins?
They had a bunch of, they was running on UAD, Isotope, Fab Filter. So we're using a lot of the, like,
I'm not gonna lie. Someone got pissed off at that studio.
Yo, someone, nah, bro.
Someone got pissed off.
To have those and just
and not have Waves is
kind of
crazy.
I'm not gonna lie.
What happened? Like, I feel like Pro Q3 smacked F6 out of here.
It did.
I opened one of my sessions. I was like, yo, I haven't seen this plugin in so long.
It packed it.
For real.
Can I be honest with you? They are literally damn near the same. It's just that Pro Q3 just looks better and feels
sexier. But whenever I say a plugin sexy, y'all be killing me. Oh, LG only cares about looks.
And I'm not gonna lie. Here's where I call myself a hypocrite and join his team. Outside of functionality, mainly looks wise, I'm jumping the Pro Q3 ship too and going over to Neutron EQ. That shit fine as fuck. Yo,
plugins are like baddies. Plugins are like, I'm not fucking with Neutron. I ain't gonna lie.
Okay. What you messing with?
I don't know, man.
He's not doing myself.
Pro Q3 still just sexy enough for me, but the baddie plugins is the baddie plugins. I don't care. Y'all can look at me as ignorant. Y'all can look at me as, oh, you know, it's not about the sound. Right. Nah, your plugin got to be kind of fine for me.
For sure.
Respectfully.
Yeah, I know, but Neutron treats me a little better.
Subloom, fine plugin.
Yeah, sexy
SSL, G, channel,
sexy plugin.
Fine.
Sexy plugin.
You think so? That's your type.
It's my type. I like non-visual EQs. That's my type.
That's your type.
Honestly, that stirred up such a conversation. Not saying a controversy, but it stirred up such a controversy that I was like, damn, that is true. Like, that is. I feel like that's becoming a lost thing, like a non-visual like EQ.
I didn't want to address this.
What?
But now that you say it, it's kind of to everybody that was. You're not a real engineer. Tell that boy he's not an engineer. I'm not. Look at me. I'm not. Now what?
Talk to him.
Thank you.
I ain't gonna lie. I got you. I open that up.
I will say, you know where he has a point?
Everybody was. I was like, he's not a real engineer.
I know mad real engineers.
I was like, relax.
Even Terrence said it. Terrence was like, I feel him.
No, he said he filled you.
What are we talking about?
He was like, made me feel like I'm doing something crazy.
Type stuff.
Because here's what it is too, and I didn't say this in the moment, but you got to understand that there's a new class of engineers that
grew up with different tools.
Different tools. Yesteryear's engineers, they mixed with two senses: their ears and their touch.
Hands.
When they were, like Ali said, or like you said, when you're turning that knob, there's a feeling to it.
Yes,
search and
attached
destroy,
to the board, everything. Now everything feels the same. It's all on screens, whether you're using an iPad or my mouse, my trackpad. Eyes took over. Now you're telling me to mix without my eyes. I'm not using my eyes strictly for mixing. My eyes aren't telling me whether it sounds good or not. I'm not looking at the LUFS like it has to be 7 LUFS. No, but -7 LUFS. Oh my goodness,
7 LUFS is crazy. Shout out to everybody getting it over LUF.
But yeah, but you can't expect a generation of people that use their eyes as a tool for mixing to just, if you can't mix without your eyes, you're not an engineer. No, that's not the case. It's the fact of the matter is, yes, seeing the real-time analyzer helps me.
Okay.
Because I'm not one of those people that grew up knowing exactly what range hertz. Whenever you do that shit's genius to me. Oh yeah, that's in the 13K kilohertz, yada yada. No, all my ears knows is something sounds weird. I'm gonna use that shit and I'm gonna sweep through and see where it is. What the fuck are we talking about? So shout out to.
It's got to help you get to the goal at the end of the day.
Yeah. So
what I say is, I think I think the nuance that goes under the radar when we say that surface thing, as far as that is, hey, I'm using the EQ or it to, obviously it's the visual aspect is to just help. Right?
Yeah.
Like it's just a newer tool that helps me to like make a decision. Nonetheless, 100% of the time, you should be using your ears to make the final decision in the call.
For sure.
But for sure,
it's
I'd be
hard.
a liar. I'd be a liar if I said to you right now that in Fab Filter Pro Q3, sometimes when I'm trying to listen for a specific frequency, and you know that little feature when you hover over the RTA and it gives you all the hot spots, I'd be a liar if I said, yo, that don't be coming in handy.
Yeah, but it does.
That comes in handy sometimes.
So then let me shoot a hole in your logic then to further prove his point. I hear you, but then how did you get to that point at the first place? You saw it.
No.
It hadn't. Yes. It
That's
has
not
that.
how I got there in the first point.
Well, no, and well, I got you. That plus your previous knowledge and skills and experiences.
Right.
But this is something that has, of like, literally, let's be real, 90% of Pro Q3 is all visual.
Sure. But
just because the plugin's visual doesn't mean what it's
the
used
final
for
decision is not going to come down to your ear.
It does.
That's what we're saying. Just because it's visual doesn't mean you're not still going to say this.
No, that's the point.
Like,
I'll put it like this. Let's dumb it down to non-audio and audio. Non-audio, riding a bike without what you call it?
Great analogy.
Training wheels. Yeah, little ass wheels.
Okay.
Little ass wheels.
That's funny.
Because I never rode a bike.
You know how to ride a bike?
No.
I knew it.
I didn't grow up riding
I
a
could
bike.
tell.
Can I be honest with you? And every time I'm at his house, we always find something new that I didn't do as a kid. Last time it was the DS. I never played Mario Kart till last week. Remember?
Fire.
The other day,
I love that for you. I like that you're discovering
They blew it up on the TV. They was like, oh, he didn't have a DS. Bro, I found Mixcraft at 7 years old.
That is true.
Been up since,
that is
like,
true.
I just learned
I've been in the
mad
crib
stuff
just
about you.
making fucking beats.
Okay.
Audacity was my shit. Pardon my language.
Finish your
But that's
point
what it was.
about what you call.
So,
really
but it's like, all right,
what you said.
I'm a pianist. I use my eyes to play. Yeah. But I can play without my eyes. It's going to be a little harder. Right. Same way I can use an EQ without my eyes. It's going to be a little harder. It doesn't mean I can't, but I cannot like doing that.
Yeah.
I cannot like, I put it like this. I don't use my eyes as much to play guitar. Because
you just know.
I know once, but people, they're fret dots for a reason. Because people know, all right, here is going to be A, here's going to be G. Like, there's not a reason why it's not there.
Damn,
Does
you
that
know,
make sense?
you know what he just brought up to me?
You're not wrong. Y'all can I say, y'all are not
I know we're not wrong.
Yeah.
Because I know y'all make y'all decision based off of that sounds good.
Yes, literally. And it's like, I mean that to the people out there, but it's and that's anybody young or old in any profession that is more advanced. Grant some grace.
Yeah.
Please.
Understand.
Because, like, I get it. We're all going towards the same goal regardless. It may take other people some time. So, like, I'll put it like, my favorite thing to do with Dev is the funniest shit because he always tries to prove me wrong. I'm a pianist. Whenever it's like, all right, what's the key of this beat for auto-tune?
I try to beat him.
Like, ding, ding, ding.
I try to beat him to it because my process. Yes, because my process for that is disgusting.
No,
his process is more natural.
And it's funny because I always be like, he's like, all right, I'm trying to get it. So I give him a 5-second to go into it, and literally all I do is press C, and I'll be like,
he hits two notes.
F sharp. And he'll be like,
oh,
nah, you're wrong. Nah, you're wrong. Nah, you're wrong. Nah, you're wrong.
I'll be like, no, you're wrong. It'll
be F sharp. He'll be like, no, it's G flat. I'm like, do the math.
Oh, and that's my fault. it's the relative.
But it's like, at the same time, it's never gonna be a joke. Oh, you don't know how to.
Type stuff.
It's great because we all learn different. We all started different. Like, that's hate. That's nice. You know what I used to do?
What?
Right? My camera people, tell me if I'm wrong. You know how people manually be focused?
Yeah.
I be one of those people that like tap the thing and then have an autofocus.
Yeah, the half focus, half press.
Yeah, I love it.
That's not.
I love
that's
it.
fine.
Yeah.
I'm blind as hell. I can't do it. I
Same.
can't use the.
What's kind of nasty? If you only use an Ozone to master, you're crazy. Like the Ozone Auto Master.
Oh,
yeah,
that's
nasty.
That's
nasty.
That's scamming.
I know some people that hit that assistant button.
It's a difference between like your process taking longer and you just not wanting to.
Yeah, you just
I about to say, don't be charging people when you're doing automated mixes and mastering.
Yeah, come on, stop that.
That's
shout out to the homie that was charging. My fault, homie from college. I know you, and
I know you.
You was charging people for lander mixes. You will make a new lander email every week to get your 10 free masters.
Oh,
I know what she was doing, charging people $50.
That's a nasty bag.
I'm not gonna lie, it's a nasty bag.
I'm not gonna lie. I hope all your crack plugins failed one day.
We can
a bad day.
We can close out real quick, but I do want to bring Levin's point.
We just got here.
No, it's over.
But
I wanted to say, damn.
Okay, no.
If it's on this, if it's still on this, because I wanted to say something.
I wanted to bring Levin's point to a conclusion in the sense of I just thought about this as he was saying it, given like the different strengths we do have when it helps us get to the end goal.
Yeah.
I just thought about it. I also might not be having this audio visual like what your tells are in music debate anymore either. I just friggin' forgot until Levin's brought it up to us. Mozart was friggin' deaf,
which is terrible. I'm not gonna lie. How deaf was he?
What?
Mozart was deaf.
They said that. How deaf was he?
At the time,
was it like AirPods noise cancellation mode deaf, or was he like he couldn't hear nothing?
Yeah, ish. I'm sorry, but for that, but I hear, since I hear where he's coming from.
They not
they
not hearing me.
Ish, because it's like you know when you have like for here you have legally.
God.
And it's like,
but it's like because
he was legally.
How you go? Y'all gonna kill Mozart for creating with his eyes?
That's what I did.
He never heard his bops.
He never heard his bops.
They not hearing me, man. They not hearing
never heard his
I might
bops.
cut all of this out.
Nah.
No, you can't. That's an important point. That's an important part.
Oh my God.
No, he was
Yo,
not.
that might have been the craziest shot
What
I've
happened?
ever seen you take. I'm not gonna repeat it. That was
What's that?
crazy.
Nah, wait, what did I say?
Let me say this. Whoa.
I must look it up right now.
On the fat filter.
I must look it up right
What
now.
did I say?
Oh, bro.
Wait, what did I say? You gotta say it.
No. On the listen.
Who is it?
Yo, well, my brain is so rattled. I'm about to this episode's over. Yo, okay. So as far as the non-visual EQ thing from the visual EQ, what I will say about it is this, and this is probably what the episode is gonna be called. When it comes to it, right, I use it as a tool as far as the visual EQ. There are times when I'm mixing where I'm like, yo, I really don't want to see nothing. I want to hone in on exactly what my ears are telling me and go. The way I use the Fat Filter Pro Q3 that has the visualization of like the hot spots, I say to myself, ooh, something in the mid-range is bothering me a lot, right?
Yeah.
I go to the RTA in Fat Filter Pro Q3 and I look in that particular range that I know the problem is coming from. Before I would go, throw it up, sweep, there it is, and then notch out. Now I'll use the RTA, hover over it, and it'll literally give me what the hottest frequencies are in that range. I'll take that, click it, move it, notch it out. I'm like, oh yeah, that was it. So it supports my decision that my ear gave me.
For sure.
That's how I use it sometimes.
Yes, you mix with your eyes. You're gonna mix with your ears
Quite
first,
literally.
yes, but you use your eyes to mix.
Quite literally.
Can I tell you why you getting killed? Because the way it's just the way you mix with your eyes. Like no. You use your eyes as a tool. Don't say you mix with your eyes. Say you use your eyes as a tool.
You can use your eyes.
So you
say that.
But you're mixing with your eyes as well as your ears.
Okay, but it's just that term.
So let me get you.
In engineering culture, that term is
so let me get you and the other engineers.
Buzzy.
So your ear is also just a tool.
Yes.
Okay. And there's no predominance.
But it's the judge as well.
It's no predominant.
Yes, it is.
And
which one is the dominant? Which one is the dominant?
Which one
is the dominant sense?
Because you know why not?
No. Let me say this,
okay.
and then you can answer. Which one of your senses is the dominant sense that you should be making
in
decisions
the form of
on?
the auditory department, your audio sense.
What do you mean the auditory department? It's mixing
overall,
music.
Overall.
It's music.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You're hearing. But at the same time, which I hear where Levens is going, when you're turning a knob, unless it has the grooves, the built-in groove increments, how do you know? Oh, I'm at 2. Oh, I'm at 2.5 dB, 3.5 dB. To a point, you're still using your eyes make a big decision or help play in making a big decision with that.
Which one is the dominant source that you should be using to make the decision? You're gonna get killed. I'm telling you now. You're gonna get killed. You're tripping. I'm telling you. You tripping.
Different compressors. This is gonna sound so crazy. This might end the episode. Imagine if different compressors had like different, like you can smell your tubes working or some shit. Like that's using your nose to mix too. It's like, oh, all right, we're pushing the CLA too much. It's starting to burn. Yo, and sidebar, I do want to. This is very important that we fix this.
Yes,
Mozart was not deaf.
Thank you.
Yes, no.
Beethoven.
Okay.
Beethoven. I
wasn't that deaf.
He couldn't have been that deaf, bro.
He was a little deaf.
Hard of hearing.
It was
hard of hearing.
Hard of hearing.
That's at the age of 45.
He was hella hard of hearing.
Yeah.
But prior, he made all his hits in like 20, 25, 30.
Okay,
I don't know if
early
that's
in
true.
his life.
But yeah.
He
heard
that.
Because he was deaf. I was like, where's that? I don't know if that's
Seth
true.
MacFarlane, shout out Family Guy and Seth MacFarlane. Seth MacFarlane makes a joke that the fifth, the da-na-na-na, that happened after the massive deafness.
So it's kind of like La 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 fifth. Like,
yeah. It's not like he totally can't hear, but it's gonna fuck him up.
Yeah, he's hard of term is
hard of hearing.
He was hard of
can
hearing.
I tell you something? Here's something fun that I just want my producers to try.
Or
my engineers.
Okay.
Try to mix with your eyes. Or make a beat with you can't hear.
Just turn your speakers off and mix.
Yeah.
And just do it with all visual.
Listen to it once.
That's actually a great
try that shit.
A great idea.
Fun
like
exercise.
Challenge. Make a beat without hearing it.
Listen. This is what I just want to say. Just want to say to you, because every opinion is an opinion, respected, etc.
They gonna murk you.
Let me tell you.
They be booty holes. They stink. They stink sometimes.
Okay, I don't know what to do here.
Opinions. No one's heard that. Whatever. Go ahead.
What I say is this: I don't think he's wrong at all. I'm here with him,
and I don't think you're wrong either.
I think the one thing that I'm just trying to get across that I really, really, I don't want to say stand on, but that I think is
ultimately at the end of the day.
Ultimately, at the end of the day, I think that the ultimate decision when you are doing any mixing or anything like that, even making music, I think the ultimate decision when you make a decision or something should come down to your ears. You keep saying the auditory department like this is not audio.
That's what I'm saying.
Audio.
In music, yes.
Yeah.
Music
you're saying audio. Your eyes are, you're making it seem like, and what it's going to come off as is you're making it seem like your eyes have
are not
just as much
point or just as much importance.
So
but
make
they
that clear.
Help a very big deal.
And they're not more important than your ears.
But they're not more important than your ears.
Not even close.
For sure.
Thank you. That's all I want. Because that's no. I'm trying to tell you. That's what it was coming off as. I was like, yo, bro, clear that up. Like, what you saying?
Because it sounds like you don't give a fuck about your ears.
Yeah, you was like, yo, my eyes are way more important than my ears. I was like, bro,
all right, we could close.
Clear it up.
But prior to us closing,
I'm trying to save you, bro.
If y'all have, if one of y'all have a engineer of the week, cool. But prior to us closing, I do want to give a shout out. Anybody hard of hearing or all my deaf people, shout out to y'all for tapping in. I appreciate you.
Whose week is it for engineer of the week?
It is yours.
Last week.
It's me?
Nah, he doubled. I think it's yours.
I have someone.
I mean, if you have someone,
you went last time. Yeah,
I have someone. The person I have is someone that I've newly started following. I'll be honest with you. He's been doing stuff with Tizio a bit more. I don't know if they've been working together, but I've been paying attention more to him now. He's a mastering engineer, and I'm going to butcher his name, and I'm so sorry that I'm butchering your name, but I've been talking to him a lot too. His name is Ohad Nissim. Spelled OHADNISSIM. Mastering. That's his Instagram.
O&M. Nisad.
No, it's Ohad Nissim.
O&M, his initials.
Okay, great. Thanks. Appreciate it, buddy. I'll let him know that.
That's a logo idea, man.
Anyway, fire. You actually, I see what you went. You went for Brandon. My fault. But the reason why I'm shouting him out is because I've been actually tapping into some of his work and looking at some of his work. He's been posting literally some EQ moves and stuff like that he's been doing, and also he did that Normani record with TZO. So that with Gunna.
I ain't gonna lie, that Normani project is
slapper. They probably did a bunch of stuff.
I'm super proud of
that master on that Gunna and Normani record.
Fire.
Leave-ins, bro. If I play for you, you're gonna be like, nah, all right. Like, that's my standard.
Boy, what you gonna do?
Woo! Tizio mixed it.
Tizio did this?
Tizio mixed it.
I'm tired of you, Tizio.
I'm tired of you too, man.
Yeah, you too good, bro.
You too good. You just
I
was
at a label. I was at a label meeting, and they said, yo, the guy was like, yo, this is the first time I've ever had to go back to Tizio for like a fix on something, and it was just like a clean version. He wanted him to do something.
That's the fix?
Yeah.
Make it clean.
And I'm hearing about how they talking about Tizio, because it's like, two execs from two different companies, and they're like, yo, we all just going to Tizio. He's like, Tizio's the man. Wow. Bro, that made me say, yo, wow.
Hey,
man, shout out to Tizio.
Shout out to you. That's hard work, man.
Shout out to you, man.
Shout out to ONM. I don't want to.
His name is Ohad. That's not his name.
Can I be honest? Because I don't want to mispronounce people's name. My name has been mispronounced for the last. How old am I? 20 years.
Someone's mind exploded when they heard you say you're 20.
Man,
he's dead serious. But his name, but yes, it's spelled OHADNISSIM. Mastering. That's his Instagram. Shout out to him. I've been talking to him here and there. Love to have him on the pod, by the way, too. We'll figure that out one day. But awesome stuff that he's doing, and I just like his work right now.
You know, my MVP of the week is, and we can close.
No, we can't.
Well, do your closing
for another week.
Not a person.
Oh, what?
Shout out to Finish Line for this hat. And this has been my Audio Nerds podcast, the audio nerd, or the podcast for audio nerds like yourself. Don't forget to follow on social media, like, subscribe, comment down for a free copy of either the Rosetta EQ or compressor. Please leave your @name so that we can find you. Don't forget to support us. You know what I mean? Donate. You know,
become a paid member.
Become a paid member. Hey, I got my training wheels on. Try to get my training wheels on.
I know.
Hey, just become a paid member. We got a lot of dope stuff. Jamaican Courtney was on there making a record. It's crazy. Geek Out Sessions with the boy Ulysses. And yo, there's a crazy I can't even say it, but shout out On the Radar, a bunch of stuff. See y'all next week.
We should put that behind the paywall.
We'll see y'all next week.
I'll mention it on another episode.
See y'all next week.